Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel, Semi New. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, right? So, today I want to talk about care workers working for agencies, right, in care homes. So I notice that often we care workers from the agencies are not treated very nicely from the permanent staff. We notice that it doesn't happen always. Sometimes you just need to show that you're a good care worker and they'll treat you nicely. But anyway, specifically what I want to talk about today is an episode that happened to me a few days ago, where I go to this care home. Basically, we have to sign our timesheet on our phone, so we have to hand our phone to whoever is in charge on that day. And basically this lady, who is also considered to be a good lady, so I don't know her very well, but she's not one of the worst, and that tells you a lot. If she's capable of doing what she did, imagine the others. Imagine the ones who are known to be bad toward the care workers that work for the agencies, who also happen to be often foreigners. I don't know if that is the reason, I don't know, but anyway, there is a lot of very despicable dynamics, very sad dynamics in these Scottish care homes, unfortunately. Maybe because people who work there are not always very educated, and I don't know the reason. I can tell you that British society is quite racist in its core, and so even though maybe if they are polite, they might be polite to you, but they're still no, I'm looking at this neighbor that I admire. She's a mom, and I always see her taking her child around, and oh fuck, sorry. No, the child was running on the street. Thanks God he stopped before hitting the street. Anyway, and basically what I want to say is, it's quite racist in its core. So basically, when a foreigner goes there, also agency, sometimes even if you're Scottish, they're gonna treat you a little bit differently, right? Anyway, so basically the person in charge on that day, I give her my phone to sign my timesheet, and what happened is she gives me, so they've got the possibility to rate our work, so they can give us a bad sad face, medium face, which is yellow, and happy face, which is green. So red, yellow, green. But it's not mandatory. They can skip that part. They don't have to rate us. So this lady, what she does, she gives me a yellow face, medium face, which is gonna affect my overall score. I've got, so far, I need to check now, I had a score of 99.9, something very, very high. People are happy with me, and there was a case of care homes where you wouldn't get a rating because maybe they didn't see you how you were working, because as I said, it must be this person in charge, so you probably are not going to work with the person in charge of the whole care home for that day. You know, you're going to work alongside with other people. Anyway, so basically this lady gives me the yellow face and I say, why are you giving me the medium score? And she said, because if I didn't receive any good feedback from your colleague, that's what I'm going to give. But I can assure you that my colleague didn't give her any feedback. And also, what she meant, she actually meant that she didn't receive any feedback. I didn't stay there and talk to her because it was time to go home, right? It was like 10, you know, it was like a few minutes after 10 p.m. So, you know, and she was actually doing the handover. Maybe that's why she gave me the bad face, I don't know. But anyway, it was normal because it was already, but it's not for that reason. Anyway, so I'm thinking, imagine you are the person in charge, okay? You're the person in charge. You are also considered a person, and I can tell you, she's not the worst. She's not the worst in the care home, right? And basically, what happens is that if the person who's not even the worst and she's quite high in charge, she's kind of got power, right, in that care home. And as I said, she's known to be quite friendly and not a horrible person. If she's capable of doing this thing, what the others, what the bad ones are gonna do to us? You get me? You understand? Anyway, so this is a topic that I want to talk about today. This is what happened to me. I got this yellow face, and this is upsetting. It's quite upsetting. I thought I could report her, or at least report the episode to my agency, so to see if they can cancel this score. Yeah, but imagine, maybe you didn't get me right, maybe you didn't hear me. Imagine somebody giving you a bad rating, basically, even though it wasn't the sad phase, it was the medium phase, but it's gonna affect, okay, my overall score. Imagine if I was working there all the time. Yeah, there is also this topic. Let me put this thing, it's quite heavy. There's also this problem, right? Of course, what I said to myself, I'm not gonna work there anymore. But imagine all these people, like all the African people in the agency care worker there, a lot of them are African, and a lot of them they arrived recently in Scotland. So many of them they don't have a car, okay? And these care homes are often in the countryside or in little towns here. Okay, I cannot say where I am. People who know me, I know where I work, but don't want to be specific. I don't want to get in trouble for doing these videos. Anyway, so basically, imagine these people that they don't have a choice, or their choice is limited, okay? So they have to imagine these people, they're gonna get, if the permanent care workers are going to give them always a yellow face, always a medium score, so they're gonna have a very bad and not appealing score in their apps. So if they want to change a care home, if they want to go somewhere else, maybe the manager or whoever is hiring for the day, the care workers, they're gonna say, no, this care work is rubbish. You know, look at the score, it's rubbish. I'm gonna get somebody that has got a higher score, right? So imagine to me as super bad. I mean, the lady didn't know how I worked on that day because I didn't tell you guys. The shift was perfectly fine. Like, there was me, there was the permanent care worker, who basically cannot say too much, but let's say the shift was more than okay. We were like super friendly, I love the job. I love to work with the old people. Everything went fine, smooth. And me and this other guy we talked about, I can say we are men, me and him, almost the same age. Talk about what we like and what we don't, we were very in tune, me and him, right? And so, and then after she signed the timesheet, the other lady, the one in charge, I got to him, you know what happened to me, and he told me, look, I didn't tell her anything. I mean, he didn't speak bad of me. Not well, he just didn't go and tell, because he doesn't have to. That's not how it works in the care home. It's not that at the end of the shift they have to report how we worked to the person. No, it doesn't work like that. So imagine this lady giving bad faces or yellow faces, lowering us score, not knowing how we worked. So she didn't actually care to ask how this guy worked, but she was very quick in judgment in giving me a yellow face. This is actually the symptom of a very bigger problem. Is to you, care workers from the agency, foreigners, are they as valuable, as human, as you, as important as you, Scottish person, or yourself? Would you do the same to a Scottish person? Would you do the same to a permanent worker? Why are you doing this to us? Why are you so horrible to do this? She'll be fired immediately. Immediately. I'm sorry. This is sad, but this is what happened. And yeah, it's unfortunate that I cannot say the care home, I cannot say the person that did that, because honestly, what she did was wrong. As I said, she didn't have to give me a score. She didn't have to. She did though. She shouldn't. For me to get a bad face or a yellow face, at least I want to know that my performance wasn't good enough for you. Okay? It's not fair that I'm gonna get a yellow face if I know I worked well. I have helped all the residents that I was supposed to help. I talked to them. There was no issues with the other colleagues. There was a super, super nice vibe also with the other girl that I was working with. Scottish girl from the agency. Okay? Super nice vibe. She was super friendly with me. I just met her on that day. The guy, we knew already each other, had a lot of things in common, being men almost of the same age, sport we like, and stuff like that. I don't want to say more to, so that people are gonna say, I know who you're talking about. Don't want to be more specific. But anyway, so this is the problem that care agency staff and foreigners are actually facing today in Scotland. Okay? And there was a report from the NHS about racism, about bad stuff that is happening in NHS, and it's gonna be difficult to do the same study in the care homes. Well, this is the first step. I hope this video gets viral, okay? Because really there's nobody who is paying attention to the care homes, to the racism, to episodes of people working for agency, maybe often foreigners, that are treated as subhumans, less human, less valuable, with less dignity than, they have less dignity compared to the other permanent care workers or Scottish people. God knows what pass in their minds, God knows. Anyway, Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, subscribe to my channel and share it. Okay, bye then now.